Friends, it's time again. Day 2. 10 minutes of exercise every single day. December 2nd, day 2. It's going to make the counting whole thing process like really easy to work, okay? Okay, make sure my microphone's good. Good, so we're just going to get right to it. So it is, it's like 5:30-ish on Saturday. For some people, it's a rest day. I don't feel like I've gotten crap done today. Got a little bit. We went to the mall. That is not productive at all. And we ate some pizza earlier, okay? So we're going to get right to it. So since I haven't felt really productive today and I really don't feel like working out, and that's the whole point of doing 10 minutes of exercise a day, is holding myself accountable, and maybe you too, we're just going to do some yoga. A little stretchy, but it's going to be a little more muscle engagement as well. Okay, I'm not going to put a label on it because I'm not a certified yoga teacher, but I like Ashtanga kind of stuff, so powerful. Anyways, so yeah, we're going to get right to it. So I got the mat right there, so let me put this here. All you have to do is follow along, whether you're doing that live or you can just come back at a later point in time, and play this back to yourself, and you could be behind me a couple of days. Let's set the timer for 10 minutes. We'll start with a very, very light warm-up. Like I said yesterday, anything that you might do with me, if you feel like you need a light warm-up before you try the stuff that I'm about to do, then do something, but you're never really going to need a full warm-up in order to do the stuff that I'm doing, but you know your body better than I do. So let's see, where is the clock on this thing? This is like a backup phone I haven't used in a long time. Come on, clock, where art thou? Hitteth. So we can set the 10-minute timer here. Cool. Okay, so it's actually 5:48. So all we have to do is just get to the end of the hour. Maybe we'll put a couple extra minutes in there for us, okay? Good. So let's start at the back, yeah? I noticed today when I was standing up earlier that my neck was hella crunchy. So that's exactly what we're going to do. This little quiet. Your feet a little bit wider than the hips. You can close your eyes. You can drop your chin down. You're just going to roll it to the left and to the right. Yes, and don't just lean your head and like roll it. I assume that some people are like, I don't feel anything. Like you're just like rolling your head around. But really when you roll your head, yes, you could just do it very lackadaisically and roll it left and right. But if you start to push your head to the outer edge of whatever this half circle is, you should actually be pulling the muscle with the head or through the neck as you roll from side to side. And we're just doing the front side as if we were looking down, going left and right. I feel real crunchy. I can hear it's like, yeah. If I could put a stethoscope on my neck, you'd hear it. Okay, roll it around to the backside only, left to right. It is like super crunchy and poppy. Listen to your body. It's kind of scary when it sounds like that. All right, roll it all the way around, full neck rolls all the way around one direction. That's good, real crunchy though. Back the other way. It's like you ever gone swimming to the ocean and you go underneath the water and you kind of hear all these weird fizzly cracks and pops, but there's nothing around you? Yeah, that's what my neck sounds like right now. Good, come back to center, look right and left and right, back and forth. Try to get a nice twist as you turn. Good. Coming back to center, look down, and then look up. And when you look up, pause at the top. Give yourself a nice underbite and pull through the chin. Feels good. Good. And then come back to center, and then shake it out. From here, forward fold. Just nice and loose, waking up the hamstrings so you can put your fingertips on the floor. Yes, you can pedal out the legs. You can have a slight bend in the knees, right, before we start to straighten and get into the hamstrings. So we're just loosening up the hamstrings casually. If you can't even touch the floor, you might be higher, right? You might have your hands on your knees, propping yourself up, or holding onto your shins, yes, or your ankles or something like that, or maybe your fingers on the top of your foot. Good. Then slow it down. Come back up just a little bit higher. Straighten out the legs, and then start to fold over wherever you're at. We don't need a fat back. We don't need a flat back. We can be nice and rounded. And then just relax into the hamstrings, whatever that means for you. Obviously, if you need yoga blocks, feel free to have those on standby or grab them. You should know, hopefully, unless you're an absolute beginner, whether or not you need yoga blocks when you do any type of stretching or exercise. And if you can't touch the ground with straight legs, you need yoga blocks. Okay, use them. Yoga blocks are not for beginners or people who are incapable of doing certain things. Okay, it's not a beginner tool. Okay, smart people use yoga blocks, myself included, because there are a lot of things that I can't do and I can't reach, and it's a tool to help me have good and proper alignment as I'm moving through different shapes. Okay. Okay. Good. From here, walk your hands forward, walk your hands back into your down dog shape. Yes, still pedaling out the legs. I'm really feeling it. My calves are super tight for some reason. So this is feeling really good to me. Yes, the fingers are spread wide. The hands are active. It's kind of like you're trying to make a handprint in the sand. Yes. What do you do when you put your hand in the sand? You want to make a nice print. You use the entire hand, the palm, and the fingers. Yes, that type of engagement to create that impression into the sand. Good. Slow down your pedaling. Try to get both the legs straight and locked out. See if you can squeeze the quad to get an even straighter leg. Yeah, you should feel it up into the hamstrings now. Good. And then push the hands into the floor so the shoulders start to push away. Yes. Good. Take a couple breaths here. Pedal out the legs a little bit more. Shift forward into just a very loose plank position. You're up high. We're not actually doing a full plank. Bend the knees until they hover off the ground just a couple of inches. The hands are nice and engaged as you push into the floor. Yes, push your booty back towards your heel. Straighten the legs back up into your down dog shape. Readjust your feet if you need to. Wiggle the hands. Take the hand off while you're in this down dog shape, right? You can kind of just move it and reposition it here. Good. Settle back into your down dog shape. Keep the legs straight. You don't need a super straight leg. But now we're going to do some shoulder pushes. Yeah. So you're going to keep your arms straight and locked out. The fingers are spread and the hand is engaged, and push out of the shoulders. Keep the arms straight and locked out, and then release and let your chest come back towards the hands, or your head towards the hands. So you're pushing out of the shoulders. The head is moving away from the hands on the same line as the arm. And then you release the shoulders and the head heads. Oh my God, that's like a tongue twister. The head heads towards the hands. Pushing out and away. And then let the head sink back down. Push out of the shoulders. Release the shoulders back towards the mat. Push out of the shoulders. Sink back in. Good. 3 more. Out. And in. 2. And in. Last one. Out. And in. Shift back forward into this loose plank position. Bend the knees. Hover the knees off of the ground just a couple of inches. Booty goes back towards the feet. Yes, it's almost like you're getting ready to jump. You're like a little kitty cat. You're like, I'm ready to pounce. And then straighten the legs back up to down dog. From here, walk your hands back towards your feet. We're going to do another forward fold. Yes. I'm already feeling a little bit better because I'm actually doing something, and this is the whole point of this. Good. Walk your hands back forward. Walk them all the way forward into a plank. Yes, shift your energy left and right. Yeah, your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, but the hand is active, absorbing some of the weight. Yes, left and right, right and left. Lower the pelvis. Thighs are off on the ground. We're in a nice up dog position here. Okay, arms are nice and engaged. I'm still on the tops of my feet. Well, I'm not on the tops of my feet. I'm on the tops of my toes, so my foot is flexed, and so are my toes. They're underneath me. From here, now we can point the foot, and we want to be on the top of the foot. The leg is engaged. Think about rolling the ankles inward, yes? So that most of the weight when you're in this up dog position, it should feel like you're on the inner part of the foot. So it'd be like your big toe and the, is it your pointer finger? Is it a pointer toe? What do you call that next one? Okay, most of the weight would be there, and then it kind of gets softer as it rolls over the outside of the foot. Push your booty back up into a down dog position. Walk it back, shift your hips left and right. Boom. Walk your feet closer together behind you, closer together as in closer towards the center line. So it's kind of like you're standing, you're about to click your heels together. Yes, like the Wizard of Oz. Lift one leg up straight behind you. Keep the hips square. Bend the knee. Push the heel up towards the ceiling. Open up. Stack the hips. Reach back. Yes.
As you reach back with the hips, instead of continuing to twist and open up through the chest, try to keep the chest and the arms closed off towards the floor and squared off. So it's just the lower half that is twisting and reaching backwards. Good. And then bring the leg through, step it forward between the hands or into a nice lunge, okay? Rock it out, front and back. When you're rocking front and back, see if you can get a position that if you were to stop your rock, your knee would be right over your ankles. Okay, so good stacking, yes? Now there's not anything wrong per se if the foot is way back here and the knee is in front of the ankle, yes? But if you want good stacking and alignment or great body awareness, is something you should be focusing on, yeah? Is when I put my foot forward, yes, if I know that I'm really tight in the hips in the front when I step forward, that I can't get that, then maybe I need to move my back foot up so that I can get the knee to continue moving forward. Does that make sense? Okay, you need to be, you need to monitor yourself and make those adjustments, and then it just starts to become second nature. Okay, but rocking it out front and back. Let's see where we're at on our time. Oh, we're doing good. Oh shit, we only got a couple minutes left. You see how quick 10 minutes goes by? This is nothingness, okay? We didn't even get to what I wanted to do, but I already feel better. Boom, okay? From here, yes, inside arm, down on the ground, and you got your front leg, yeah, here. Boom, just a little pulse of the pelvis towards the ground. 3, 2, 1. Boom, both hands down in front of you. You're gonna shift the energy, step forward, bring the back foot up to meet the front. Yes, you should feel offset. Yeah, because we just stretched out the front or the right leg. For me, it was the right, but whatever that front leg is, front leg should be a little bit more loose in the back. Now we're going to shift and we're going to switch sides. We're going to step right back into this other lunge so we can wrap up for our 10 minutes. Rock it out. Now, what happened when you stepped back? Did your rear foot go back as far as it should? Yes, or did it just go a little way? Yeah, and then your knee is way forward, so recorrect as you need to so that that knee is over your ankle as you're rocking it out. Yes, this feels good. Little stretchy, stretchy. Boom. Slow it down. Boom. Little pulse of the pelvis. Boom. 3, 2, 1. Here. Boom. Here we go. Inside hand or the outside. What is it? It's the front leg is here, so the opposite arm is down here in front of you. Give a little pulse. Keep everything nice and straight. Squeeze the rear leg. Try to straighten it out. Boom, put the other hand down, step that front leg back to meet the other one, push back into a down dog. Take a couple breaths here. Once again, reset into your down dog shape. We're almost done. I mean, we're pretty much done. 10 minutes is nothing. We're just doing something. Good. A couple more shoulder scap retractions or not. Yes. Keep the hands straight and locked out. Keep the arms straight and locked out. Hands push into the ground. Push the shoulders away so it's like you got little earmuffs on your ears. Yep. Boom. And then release. Come back down towards the hands. Push back out and away from the shoulders. Relax. Release back down. One more time. Push out and away. Boom, release back down, shift forward into a loose plank, bend the knees, hover them off of the ground. Look at what your alignment is, okay? So my shoulders are behind my my wrists, so I'm going to step forward just a little bit. So I'm in this floating plank, or if you're into animal flow or, what do they call that? Primal movements. Yes, we're in what they would call beast position here, but we're squeezing. We're getting some nice ab engagement here. Yes, my pelvis is neither tilted nor tucked. I'm going for a neutral position right here. We're in the home stretch. Shift left, shift right. Boom, straighten the legs back up into whatever down dog position you get without moving the hands and feet. Can you get 2 straight legs? Can you push out of the shoulders? Can you get your chest to sink between the shoulders? Great. I can, but the part where I'm the weakest is I know I'm tucked in my pelvis. Can I get a neutral spine when I do this? No, I can't. Something to work on for a later point in time. Okay, walk the hands towards your feet and your feet towards the hands in no particular order. What does that mean? Open the feet up out to the side here, and then we're going to sit down into a little primal squat. That's it. That was 10 minutes. That was nothing. Yeah, it was actually 13 minutes, okay? So from here, now you can just go
do nothing, right? And I think Jenny's drinking wine. I already drank enough wine last night, so I told myself I was going to have a dry night, but I'll probably fail at that. But at least I succeeded at 10 minutes of exercise today. And now that I'm actually got the blood pumping and flowing, I'm feeling pretty good. I'll probably go do some hangs or something else on my own, but we're going to save some of that for a different day. So it's really up to you. What do you want to do next after this? Because I just got the wheels turning, right? You don't have to do anything. That's great. 10 minutes, something better than nothing, right? And tomorrow I'll be at the gym because I got to shoot some other videos and stuff too. So we'll do something while I'm there, and it's just going to be in the cardio room. It's not going to be anything that necessarily requires weights. But if you do have weights, right, maybe I will do a day with just 5 or 10 pounders, because most of us should have some of those like soft neoprene granny weights. But if you have a real weight set, that's always helpful too, because I am still doing like rehab type of stuff on my arms. So we could do some like basic boring ass PT kind of stuff. No shade on PT type of people. But yeah, so this is a nice little squat. Yeah, straighten out, boom. That's good. Yeah, cool. All right, so hopefully that's helpful for some of you. Yes, don't forget to stay tuned in, and I will see you tomorrow, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day, and then 21 days. Yeah, 21 days, okay? 21 days to Christmas, and we're gonna get fit, bro. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow again for another 10 minutes.